Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the wonderful, wacky world that is Park Beyond. What I have for you guys here today is a wild, zany, crazy, action-packed Park Beyond park. This one looks really wild, looks really crazy. There's a lot of different things going on, some interesting themes. It is over the top and zany like many of the Park Beyond parks are. We recently featured one that actually blew me away, but I think that was an anomaly. I think it was one of a kind, but that creator did leave a comment saying that they are working on a new park, so do expect some amazing Park Beyond park spotlights in the future. But here we go for today. I still think we have something pretty gripping, something pretty gnarly, and it should be a fun experience. So join me on today's park tour in Park Beyond. Heyo Visioneers, it's Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to another episode of Park Spotlight. Today we're going to be looking at NiklWorld, created by Nicholas Gauze1. And I actually recognize this name on their workshop as I downloaded their West Park as well. So this is a very active member of the Park Beyond community, and I love to see it. So hopefully we see more parks from Nicholas Gauze in the future, and we might even check out their West World in the future. Unfortunately, with these Park Spotlights, they're not sent in through submissions. They don't have any descriptions, so there's not really a lot to say about the creation other than what we see with our own eyes, what you see with the B-roll. There are some interesting themes, some interesting areas, and some really cool stuff done with the landscape that had me somewhat compelled to dive in a little bit deeper. And it appears there's a bunch of coasters as well, and they don't seem to be like too zany or wild and crazy. Some of them just a little bit more on the traditional side. And I wanted to see what can be done when you try to take the coasters a little bit more seriously and just try to make something more traditional and standard. And that's what I'm hoping to see from here today's Park Spotlight. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump in to the park tour. Okay, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to NiklWorld. Interestingly enough, one thing I noticed with Park Beyond is you can't set how many guests you want to have in your park, even in sandbox mode. It's all based off how popular your park is, how many rides you have, and so on and so forth. And I have a slight suspicion that this creator didn't build the park with it being opened. They built it when it was closed, because there's only like 500 guests in this park as of right now. And they do seem to be coming through the gates. They're just not really coming in droves. They're not pouring in. So I was kind of like in the B-roll, I was like, oh, there's not a lot of guests. There's not a lot of, activity. And I think that's one of the best aspects of being able to do these park tours. It's having the vibrance and the guests around. Like, there's nothing like seeing a flat ride that has nobody on it, right? Or it's just not active because it hasn't started up because it's waiting for guests to get on it. So unfortunately, the one downside to this feature, and there's nothing I can physically do about it because I cannot force X amount of guests into the park, which I really do wish was a feature. There's just a lot of inactivity in terms of traffic and queues and people going on rides. You're going to see a lot of rides with nobody on them, or they're not even moving because they're waiting for people to load up. Maybe I could have gone around and put everything to test mode, but I do want to give the guests an opportunity to pour in. So here we go again. This is kind of like a standard running thing. Nobody's theming their stations for coasters. But the coaster itself does it's a wild most, but not really traditional because it's using this coaster train. It's a little bit zany, but a little tame at the same time. Tame for Park Beyond standards. So we're going to click on this. I'm going to close it down, throw it into test mode, and go into camera view. Let's ride our first Park Beyond coaster of the day that we haven't been here for a while. A few of these parks that I've showcased in the past, you guys really seem to enjoy them. When they're done well in Park Beyond, they're really quite fun. So I want to throw in, a Park Beyond Park Spotlight now and then, if I can find a good one. There's not a whole lot on the workshop. My current list is about 9 that I thought looked okay, either to this quality or better or worse. I have no idea, really. Until we actually walk around and give a fine look at everything, we can't really tell. But so far, we've only ever seen one park where it had fully themed boarding stations, amazing themed areas, right up to the level of Planet Coaster. So I know it can be done, and when it's done well. And I'm really hoping to see some more creative people come to the forefront of Park Beyond, because I still think it has a lot of potential. And just as a shout out to the developers, I think they've gone strides and miles since the Rocky release that was its release date. I guess we can open this back up now. They recently released update 2.4. They've had so many updates on this game since it's come out. And I'm actually like really on the fence about diving back in and trying to go through the campaign mode again. I did a whole campaign Let's Play, and it was full of exciting moments and great accomplishments, and then insane amounts of devastation to losing to bugs. And I think that's a thing of the past now. We could probably play the game as intended, and I think that might be worth something to check out. So you guys let me know in the comments below. Would you care to see another Let's Play? What is happening with this camera? What is this coaster? Let me know down in the comments below if you'd like to see another campaign Let's Play. And it may not need to be the whole thing, but maybe like the first 5 levels again. Just to see like how far the game has come and what I can do with it. The recent 2.4 update, they said they optimized things. I thought the game was fairly optimized until we loaded up that last park, that mega park that was extremely well done. I said it was tanking my computer and I was getting 30 FPS, which is still a lot better than most of the park spotlights we've seen from Planet Coaster at that size. So I'd still say like the Unreal Engine's doing a pretty good job at doing all the heavy lifting for how many animations and crazy things are happening in this game. I'd say it already was pretty optimized. But if I can remember to do it, at the end of this episode, I kind of want to load up that Volcania 1866 or whatever it was called. Oh, this is pretty cool. Yeah, I want to load up that park and see if it's getting more than 30 FPS. Because in their 2.4 update trailer video, they literally showcased the park that I last featured. I guess it was a part of a contest, because if I'm not mistaken, the creator's name was Maurice or something. They left... Oh, wow, look at this. This is what I was saying, like, sometimes this game just looks incredible. You can get some really amazing scenes out of it and do some pretty incredible stuff. So Maurice sent in a YouTube message. Let's change the time of day, although I was enjoying the sun going down there. Let's lock it though. Lock it to daytime here and go back to scenic view. Maurice said that they built that park as a part of a Park Beyond contest or something. So it even seems like the developers and the community have active events and contests for the creators of this game. And that's great. And apparently that Volcania Park that I was just taken back by and just blown away by, they did it in a limited amount of time and didn't get to finish it. And they said that they were now going to start working on a new park, and I'm hoping to get my hands on that and show you what these people are capable when they're not pressured for time, and see what the best of the best of Park Beyond can really, truly look like. A lot of the stuff that we're seeing here, and what we've seen with past parks, is people playing the game and just, you know, I mean, like, we saw this kind of stuff from RCT, right? There's, like, a certain level of, like, just having fun, placing stuff down. And I think there's a lot of content here. There's a lot of things being placed down. But it's missing that, like, attention to detail. It's missing that precision that we see in Planet Coaster. But I think it would get there once the builders build more and they get more practice and they get better with the tools. I think Planet Coaster had a lot of janky looking stuff in the early park spotlights as well, right? And there's a lot of janky looking stuff that I've never shown you guys from Planet Coaster. The difference is, what's this camera? The difference is, can I change the camera view? Yeah, this is like a horrendous to ride. Just gonna have to go in third person, I think. So there's a lot of janky looking stuff in Planet Coaster. There's just more creators, right? Oh, this is kind of cool. What the? Found a bug. There's more creators, so the cream rises to the top. And when there's a crap ton of cream, you're gonna get a thick coat of it. Yeah, there's something wacky going on with the coaster physics right now. And I guess, you know, what we just saw there is still an indication that the game is not flawless yet, and there's still some clippiness with the camera, and anybody who likes making theme parks and amazing coasters, they're gonna be slightly reserved or hesitant to give this game a go, because there's nothing more infuriating than putting all this time into developing something and it looks kind of janky or looks incomplete or there's something wrong with it. I think for the most part, they've tried to pan out most of that. You see a little bit of glitchiness here and there, but it's better than everything completely malfunctioning like it was on release. I actually haven't seen anything in terms of game-breaking bugs since checking the game out again since, you know, the 2.3 and 2.4 patches. And that to me is a good sign that the game is now in a healthy state, more so than it's ever been. And if you're on the fence about it, pick it up on the spring sale. They had a Christmas sale. It was like 60% off. Great value, in my opinion. Personally, I enjoy playing through the campaign, even in its buggy state. I had a lot of fun with certain aspects of it, but I was more frustrated by the game-breaking bugs I kept on running into. So now that there aren't any, I mean, you're going to get at least 50, 60 hours of gameplay out of the game just from the campaign alone. And if you actually enjoy Sandbox and all that stuff, there's tons more you can get. So if you get it on sale for like 30, 40 bucks, I absolutely think it's worth it. What's going on over here? You got like a train that's on constant loop. Can you control why? What is happening there? It's a ghost train. I have no idea what that's all about. Yeah. The features are limited in terms of triggers and stuff, but I still think you can make nice looking parks. And a lot of people, they're more or less into the artistic polish of things. This is that transport coaster we looked at previously, so we could go ahead and skip on that. My feedback for this creator and what I'm seeing here, although there are some really nice scenes, like I like what you did with this foliage. It looks really nice. But what I was gonna say is the cohesion's not really there. It's like brambly bushes next to a rocky desert, next to random stuff. And I would like to see a little bit more cohesion and consistency. And I know that Park Beyond is capable of that. I've seen that. Like this area looks beautiful, but like I want to see like the whole land look consistently like that. And then when you choose like this big giant red and blue party ride, the Montilio, the spinning ride thing, and you put that in a nature area, it just feels so clashy to me. Is the time of day changing? I thought I turned you off. I thought I turned you off. Didn't I? Oh, maybe I just changed it today. I didn't freeze it. But yeah, like, I think people are so zany with Park Beyond, and I was like this with RCT. I was like, I'm just gonna... You have a drone dog. Drone dog! Literally flies into your mouth. Let's go. I was like that with RTC when I first started playing it, you know? Like, just build a bunch of crap, put it here. There wasn't much cohesion and consistency. I think most people are like that with when they're new to theme park games. And I feel like Park Beyond attracted an audience that may not be like hardcore, whereas Planet Coaster did. And that's why immediately you started seeing people like taking Planet Coaster so seriously right out of the get-go. And where this is like more casual. So people are just having fun with it. But like, I believe if you try to make things look cohesive, you could really do some incredible stuff. Like this little ride here, the way it's all like kind of built with rocks and all this stuff, and it's built in this terrain, I think that's cool. I think that's consistent and cohesive. And this creator did something wild and zany with this terrain. Oh, I really hope the developers fix this. The camera can't go through tunnels. That is crap. super crap. So I don't even know how I'm supposed to like click this coaster. Why does it do that? And I don't know how to fix it in the options. I've tried to. So I guess if you're playing this game, don't make tunnels, even though that's like, or like don't make tunnel queues. Let's see if we can get this coaster. There we go. Throw it in test mode from here. Let's see what this is all about. What are we on here? It's a motorbike coaster going through the wackiest terrain that I have ever seen. Wild and zany stuff. I don't know how long this park spotlight's gonna be. Depending on the length of it, we could go check out another one maybe by the same creator, and we could give them a double feature. Underwater, this is neat. I definitely like the terrain. It's pretty sick. Yeah, this is quite cool. Coaster janky. Why did it teleport? Yeah, there's still some jank happening with these coasters, that's for certain. Wild. Wait, I feel like I teleported through time. Didn't we see that already? I am so confused right now. A little bit of a lag spike there, some hitches. Yeah, that coaster seemed a lot longer than it should have been. I think we teleported back to the start at some point. I don't know how that's possible. So, still some lingering bugs. However, from my understanding, I remember reading something in the patch notes that, like, older parks didn't get updates from the newer updates or something. I could be wrong about that, but, like, from my understanding, you have to build parks on the new... Oh my god. Okay, let's go mouse and keyboard here. Can I get into management camera and get out of here? That's super lame. Gonna be real. Okay, now we can go back into camera mode and keep on keeping on. Jesus. I lost my train of thought because of that. This is a pretty cool area. I like what you did with the terrain and the colors. It's a really interesting take on Western. It's shot nobody. There's nobody on these rides. I really hope yeah, future parks that we go to have more guests in them. Really cool build here. Yeah, see, we'll have to wait until this game goes on sale. Like 60 to 80% off. I'll make an announcement to the Discord community and be like, the game's like 20 bucks, pick up Park Beyond, and we'll just do like a Park Beyond contest. And just see what our Planet Coaster creators from our community are capable of when they play this game. And just like force everyone. And like we'll give away copies of Planet Zoo or something to the winner. I actually have a code for Planet Zoo. So like if you want a copy of Planet Zoo, which is a very popular game that everybody wants, then you have to play Park Beyond to get it. I think that could be something fun we could do. But yeah, this park is like a little bit crazy. I'm kind of meandering around just talking about stuff. Hasn't really compelled me. It's what I expect to see from a Park Beyond scenario. Just a lot of zaniness and craziness. I think I'm just gonna start flying around and testing some of these coasters, and we can just see what they're about. And that way we could just get a taste of some of the stuff that they made. We don't have to go into full detail like we do with the Planet Coasters Park Spotlights, because I know you guys would, even myself, feel like we did the creator disservice if we don't thoroughly check everything on Planet Coaster. But a lot of this stuff is just, they're kind of playing a campaign, splattering things around. Like, there's not a lot of love and care put into everything. Just a lot of fun and, you know, spamminess. So I don't feel too bad about skipping some content in certain particular cases for this game. But I definitely want to try to see what it's all about, give the creator credit where credit is due, and see the best aspects of their parks, for sure. And that's what we're trying to do here today. But I've seen all the flat rides, and unless you do something interesting with them, like skin them or do something a little bit zany, I don't really feel like checking them out. So I'm more interested in seeing what people have done to innovate on their coaster designs. So, was that a coaster we went on? I think we've been on all of them. Did we go on this guy? I don't remember now. I'll throw it in a test mode and give it another ride if I didn't ride it already. I'm losing track. Nonetheless, they're still worth checking out. Now, I'm wondering if I should go check out another. We're only at 20 minutes here. And I do have West Park from Nicholas. But I can also just save it for another day. I'm just so used to exploring these parks for like minimum 45 minutes. It seems so weird to me to cut things short. But in theory, the best videos on YouTube are like 10 or 20 minutes at most, right? I'm so used to having an audience that loves these hour-long endeavors, 2-hour-long park spotlights. It just feels weird to me when I haven't been recording and talking for a full hour. But you know what? I think we should do a shorter video now and then. That doesn't hurt, right? Throw in a quick Park Beyond spotlight here and there. See what you guys think. Doesn't have to be something over the top. Yeah, so that's pretty much an overview of what Nicholas has made here. There's a lot of zaniness. I gotta say, like, when I looked at it from this perspective, right? You open up a park, I go, oh, yeah, this should make for a good episode. There's just a lot of zaniness, and there wasn't really anything compelling down below once we were on the foot level. There wasn't a lot of consistency with the theming. Everything was just kind of plastered around. Most of what we're seeing in this view is just flat rides and shops. There's a few coasters that were not that good. So, you know, I look at this and I think, oh, this will be a fun episode. And it turns out it was okay. I still think it was worth checking out because we're trying to figure out what people are capable of with this game, where things are at, and that sort of thing. So speaking on that, why don't we take this opportunity to do a little bit of a testing, some R&D, research and development. So they released 2.4 and they said they optimized things. So why don't we go to Sandbox? And we're gonna open up the best park ever made in Park Beyond, main maps, extra maps, community maps, and it's called Volcania 1866. Start map. Last we checked and we featured this park, I was getting about 20 to 25, 30 FPS, depending on where we were. And they said they optimized things. Now, I'd be impressed to see 5 frames extra. So we'll see how many more we get. I want to know what 2.4 really brought to the table. Okay, let's pick up our Xbox controller. I don't know if you guys can see it. No, you can't. Looking in the top left corner, and I'll do some frame reads to you guys. 45, 50, 40, 35, 34, 29 with the whole park. So it's still kind of laggy. Optimization wise, it feels better than it did when we featured this park, I would say. And sometimes it looks pretty darn, actually, you know, 34, 40. I remember when I was walking through, I was like, I'm getting 30 FPS, 45 right now. Like I said, I would be impressed if I saw 5 frames increase, and we're getting about 5 to 10, sometimes 15. So they definitely did improve performance. 45, 50, 60, 60, 60, 60, 60. Yeah, it's looking good. Damn, I wish I would have featured this park after the performance. If you missed that video, there will be a link down in the description below to the playlist of my Park Beyond videos, and it shows all the Park Beyond videos. It would be like literally the last one in the playlist before this video, and it's called Volcania 1688 or something. But this was by far the most impressive park ever created in Park Beyond, with some really impressive themed areas. We had the Da Vinci area, the Western area, the pirate area back there, and I think there was one more, steampunk or something, right? And this one just blew me away. Now, the creator of this park did say, they left a comment, they found the YouTube video, and they said, hey, like, I did this for a contest. So apparently this is like a contest winner for like a park Park Beyond park contest. So it's good to see that the community is kind of active and doing these fun community events. And I'm a little bit jealous that, you know, there's not enough people in our community playing this game that we can do a Park Beyond park contest. I would love to do that. If the game was like, maybe I can try to contact the developers and they can do like a free weekend or a free week. I think a free week would be good, or 2 weeks. I don't know, because if we could get everybody in the game for like a week, I know our Planet Coaster community could do some amazing stuff, and we could have a little contest, and maybe by the end of it we can get some new Park Beyond creators that are doing some pretty crazy stuff, because I still believe that the game hasn't we haven't seen its true potential other than this park here. And when I saw this, there are aspects of this that are better than Planet Coaster. 100%. Visually, graphically, fidelity, mostly frame rate as well. And, you know, there's just a lot more you can do with it. New assets, new pieces that we've never seen before, a lot more animated gizmos and stuff like that. Like, have you ever seen anything like this in Planet Coaster, right? And I know people love doing steampunk. I think steampunk is done better here than in Planet Coaster. Absolutely. So good job to the developers for increasing performance. This looks and feels a lot smoother than it did when I featured it. And you can see it's pretty much butter smooth 60 right now. Oh, we're getting a little bit of drop here. But yeah, it's been generally more performant. And yeah, look what you could do with Western in this game as well, right? So this is a brief view. We went on all the rides and attractions for Volcania about a week or two ago. Highly recommend this episode. Go check it out. I was oohing and awing, and I really love this creation. So I hope to see more creations like this in the future, and I'm going to keep on digging. But today's episode, a little bit on the lackluster side, still fun to check out, see what people are doing. But I guess in the future, I'm going to have to walk around them for 15-20 minutes before I hit that record button. Just try to vet them a little bit. Unfortunately, I feel like if I start vetting them, I'm going to not pick any. I guess the idea is just stick to Planet Coaster for now, right? But I'm gonna keep digging around, and I'll try to bring you guys some gems in the future. That's the hope. That's the look. But I'll do a little bit of vetting, and I'll try to pick the best of the best and bring you guys one every week or two. But we have a lot of Planet Coaster videos coming out as of right now on the channel. Some really good park spotlights, so there's no shortage of content over there. So I figured I'd just try to spread some love to Park Beyond. So good job today to Nicholas Goswan on NiklWorld. What did you guys think of it? Let me know down in the comments below what you're thinking of Park Beyond, its potential. Are you still interested in seeing the videos? And do you want to see me try to take a stab at the campaign? Because that might be better than the spotlights. Actually playing the game and building stuff and actually, you know, doing the objectives and playing the game. Maybe you guys will enjoy that a little bit more than exploring some of these kind of unfinished parks. Okay, that's going to do it for me in today's video. Bit of a shorter one. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye now.